Hello, everyone. It is August 2nd. This is the MicroProfile marketing meeting. We had some technical difficulties, but we are here now. I'm going to get rid of this message first because I don't need it anymore. If you could add your name to the minutes so we know you're here. And I guess we'll get started going over the agenda. Amelia, can you just explain what your message is here?
Yeah, I have been off for the last few days. So I see the agenda and I don't see the templates, like with the focus and different topics. So I wonder if general became super large because the following topic is going to be what we talk in the community call, and it just seems off. So I'm not sure.
The only thing I did was add this section so that we could pick some topics.
Yeah. Okay. So
but the rest is here.
Okay, good. I got confused and I did
So
my best.
We decided that we'll fill this up so that sometimes, let's say Debbie's not able to attend the call, host the call, and if she's able to attend this Tuesday community meeting, so she can refer to this document and everything is there.
Perfect. It looks amazing. So I now understand. I'm catching up as fast as possible from my 4 days off. Debbie, go ahead and can you make it larger? It's very small, your screen, the font. So maybe 125.
Is that too big?
It looks good.
Okay. Okay, so the first one is about the steward onboarding, and that's number 430. There's a couple things pending here. There's a PR for updating the wiki page, and that's pending. And then I have been providing feedback on the steward responsibilities and onboarding document. So I don't know if anyone's seen this, but let me put myself here. I've kind of edited it based on what I learned going through the onboarding and getting ready for this. So I don't know who wants to kind of look it over and see if you like my changes, but they're all in here.
I can review it after this call with you. Yeah.
Great.
I will do too. My question for this document that is amazing, and Debbie, now that you are the steward for this month, is as soon as it's ready, let's convert it into a wiki. It's not going to be as easy to adjust when it's a wiki or a page under the MicroProfile marketing Git. But Cesar, who is here, wrote a documentation so that Debbie, you could send the PR, or Neha can send the PR, and you don't have to be a committer to do so. So yeah, we have.
Sorry, I think that there was an issue with it though. Neha and I spoke about it last week.
We can talk about it in detail offline as well, but in general, when I tried to fork the repo and try to create the pull request, it didn't allow me to update the wiki as such, because wiki works a bit differently. So I may be like missing some point here. So I thought I'll check with Caesar and get this fixed.
Yeah, that was gonna be my comment. That I recall I pushed that as a PR for, not for the wiki, but actually for the repository, and I was one that if another if apart from the repo itself we need to document that, I think the website it will better suit for that purpose instead of the wiki, because the wiki has that limitation as Neha just and David explained. So yeah, I'm happy to help on that one.
Okay.
Feel free to ping me, Neha, and David, so we can work that out.
And we do have a ticket on this, right? Like the same documentation for the PR. So let's use that ticket and instead of going private, because we do want to make sure that time invested, especially on this that matters, is not hidden. So, and if Debbie and Neha and Cesar spend 5 hours working on this, solving this, that is 15 hours. We definitely need to track it. That is tireless job that we will thank you for if we see it.
Yeah, I thought there was another issue for that, the PR part.
Yeah, I think there's an issue Cesar created when he contributed
So
the
will it make sense that we create a new issue and just maybe link it to the other one? Or
Yes.
yeah.
Sure.
Cesar
Sounds good.
contributed something. Go ahead, Cesar.
No, go ahead. I agree with what Neha said. We can create a new one and just to make the reference so we can track better the new effort, I will call it, to sort this out.
Yeah, and this is super important because Cesar submitted a ticket to say, hey, this is a contribution and it has not been closed because this is a follow-up, but it's not the same as saying, let's convert it and apply it. That is a totally new ticket.
My first confusion was, is it like, even if I don't know, or if GitHub wiki works very differently, but I checked with a few resources and they did mention, so I just wanted to mention it in the call so that now everyone knows.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
This is super fun. The last thing I want to say is, Debbie, this part of the sweater boarding is great, but the first topic should be your ticket for August, so that it's a permanent feature in the minutes, and anyone that joins can provide you feedback directly in the tickets or staff. Usually your
So I
needs
closed,
to be here.
I closed the one I had after Nia and I set up the onboarding because I thought it was just to schedule that.
No, it's you can reopen it. It's for the month so that we can go in there and say, hey, Debbie, about X. Sometimes some of us don't have your email. Clearly I have it because we have been there from the beginning, but and then through that ticket, everyone can connect with you and say, hey, this, and it's just the first topic on the Steward onboarding that goes.
Okay. So we don't really need to keep the June, July one open then?
No, it's closed.
Okay.
That's closed, and that is Neha's ownership to say retrospective. I think she will be your protector for this month, like really the person that you go to if anything goes wrong, besides you go to us. And Neha might want to close it. She needs to close it, but Neha, do you want to say anything? Because it's done, 2 months.
Oh yeah, my ticket we can close it. The only reason I was keeping it alive was just because of the PR part. But now since we are creating a different ticket for PR, it doesn't make sense to keep this open. So I'll close it.
Okay. Are we good to move on?
Yep.
You're leading.
All right then. So I saw sometime last week, Amelia was posting looking for extra eyes and review on the marketing release. And there are a couple documents. Do you want to talk through these?
No, I do not want to talk about this. I do not want to babysit how to provide a review. The information is already in there. Please, everyone here, go in there. Currently, there is a document that is in Word, just because we're having issues with PRs. And as soon as the Word document gets suggested mode, for any of you who have contributed to the releases in the past, like Tetiana, you helped with Emily do it in Edwin and Emerson and a few others. So please go into the Word documents and adjust some things. Remember that now we're operating under the working group, and there are a few things that are much more formalized. So then we always connected the technical with the marketing, but now we are doing both of them. We have a wiki for the technical release, and then we need to have the wiki for the marketing release, and both documents link together. So via these documents, just check it out, make it shorter, much more easy to understand. And then this one will be a part of the wiki, right? We have a wiki that is linked on step 2, and we just need to convert it. It's not going to be a Word document, it's going to be a wiki, only one document. But it needs your review, it cannot just be my doing.
So this is going to be like step by step how to write marketing releases about new product updates, or what is the purpose of this?
The major releases, small, minor releases. If you click into the document, you can see what we worked on the technical side, and the wiki is linked. The first part of this document brings you to the technical release. If you have not seen it, how to perform a release, please check that out. At the end, we are linking the marketing side. And this is important so everyone understands what it takes to do any release, minor or major. And then we also add the marketing side at the end of this. So it's important for everyone to review it, and it's not for this call to do so. It needs to be done by each person individually. It is very important. We need it done as soon as possible because we're actually working on the release right now. So get involved in the release, help out, review the blog that is happening with 4.1, and just be part of the experience. And I think that is the best way we can get the documentation out, just by everyone here helping with the release.
Actually, I used the guideline. So Amelia, you created. Basically, I followed that and created the blog and etc. I think it makes sense. So it's so we can get more feedback and then we can publish on the wiki.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if you have seen it, Emily, and you have any feedback, write it in there. But we definitely need more eyes. Tetiana, you did December, but it was not like now. So definitely check it out. Debbie, the same. We have maybe Ed and this call as well, and Cesar and Majid. Please review them. It's just fun. Everyone is part of the releases. So I know Majid wants to help with the releases. This is a perfect opportunity for you to actually help with 4.1. It's not technical, but it's still, you have the chance to do it now, marketing, and then you go into 5 that you want to do technical help as well. So Majid, I'm not sure if you can talk right now, but this is very, very important and exciting as well.
Hi, everyone. Hello, Amelia. Okay, if I can help in technical, I can do that. But I want to involve that when I can remember, and if everyone can help me, I can do that.
Sounds great. Right, Emily? This is technical help, not only marketing and business side.
So Majid, you asked basically volunteer yourself to do the MicroProfile, some MicroProfile 5.0.
Yes.
I kind of replied your comments and ask you to work on one of the issues. So just go ahead to do experiment, reach out when you need any help.
Okay. I started on OpenAPI, but I have some question about that. And I sent email to you for my questions.
Okay, so it
Is it
sounds like
okay?
Yeah, I think it's better to talk on the Gator, OpenAPI Gator, so that
Okay.
everybody can see the issues you are having. You can comment on the issue, that's better. Let's directly communicate via the issue. The other thing is, if you work on the issue, it's better you put a comment saying, I'm going to work on this issue. Otherwise, kind of people will say, okay, we'll take that issue and then your work will be wasted. So
Yes,
you can
okay.
comment on that issue. Because when you asked for help, I thought, okay, you can work on the reactive messaging, reactive stream operators. But since you work on OpenAPI, and that's, yeah, go ahead to put add your name on that issue to say I'm working on that, and then you can click on the Gator, and then you can directly either, I think it's also chat on that issue will be fine. You can tag me if you need any help from me directly. Otherwise, it's just a comment and people will, reply.
Okay, so it sounds like Majid and Emily can work on that off this meeting, tag each other for help. And we'll get those release guidelines reviewed.
Okay, I do that, and I comment on Git. I have some question because I have some problem in Palm or other things, and I comment on GitHub OpenAPI.
Okay, I think Emily will respond back to you on those questions. I think That
Yes,
this one was
just a
also-
comment on the issue to see what's the problem you're having.
This one is also yours, right,
Okay.
Emily? The 546? The social media and blog announcement? Is that true? And it looks like, do we still need to do all of these 4 things that you have in the checklist? Did Emily leave? I think we lost her.
Ed, Ed, you're here. You're saying that you also had some problems with the work done in 4.1, like presentations and blogs. I also had some issues. Are you still having them today?
I just tried to open up the doc, the slideshow, I think that says latest release presentation. Right now it says MicroProfile 4.0 overview. I put the link in the chat. It won't let me have it.
So we just need to make sure. I think Emily and Edwin are working on it. I had to have reviewed. I had problems last week because they said restricted access. You're talking about restricted access, right?
I can't even open, it won't even let me open it. So
Yeah, me
I
neither.
have no access.
Yeah, me neither. I didn't have access.
So it's sorry. So it's directly in the drive. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I do not know. It's directly in the drive, in the MicroProfile drive, external drive. So
No. So this is the problem they were having. Remember that all this work needs to be in the community drive, not the infra from the Eclipse Foundation. We keep how we have done the work in the past with the community drive. We do not move this documentation to the Eclipse Foundation infra. We keep it where it is, and this is why we're having issues. Remember that Ryan will never have access to that drive, and anyone that is not a part of the steering committee will not have edit access, like Debbie, like Neha. We need everything in the community, and this is why we're having issues. And I did wait for this call to make sure that the transfer is completed and done today. If we need to copy, sometimes if you're not the owner of the document, you might not be able to move it. I was restricted last week to actually move it. So Emily, you likely need to delete the current documentation after copying it back into the community folder to make sure that the collaboration continues to occur as before. This is a problem that we're having, and it is easily fixed. So can you own this? Because I cannot help. I'm not the owner of the documents.
So Debbie, can you go to the issue again, 546? I think I use the instruction from the marketing side and then to create the doc. Can go down a little bit and then kind of the when again yeah, can go down again. So it's okay, so I think it's one place is at
Emily, we're losing you.
is at where it is.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. It's under the community folder.
Can you, sorry, can you go to the kind of the top? You said where it is. Go to the, Debbie, can you go to the top?
The top, yeah.
I go to the.
Are you looking at this?
Go to. Is this the top?
Yes.
Yeah. So here, so move the for kind of the latest presentation. So the. Okay, this is not the is not the blog issue I'm talking about. Can you go to the 5 the blog issue? Where is the blog issue?
This one? 548?
Yeah. So that this is place. Can you go down a little bit? Go down again, please. When the here. So I say, can you click on MP drive? So this is this is not a community drive, Amelia?
You're muted.
You're
Amelia.
muted. Yeah, you're talking muted.
Sorry, here. So David, this is the one you created after my issues, correct? So maybe Ed is still using the previous link that I was using. We need to delete that.
I clicked a link from the issue that was in the marketing minutes. Maybe that is what needs to be updated, the link.
Yeah, we need to update that one. Yeah.
This is a place.
You fixed it then.
You know yeah, I fixed it. So that's
Yeah.
Can you put the
what
correct
I'm
link in here? I could have
misunderstanding.
put
I
the
thought
link.
I fixed it. Yeah, click on that link to see whether you can access it. Ed.
I think it's that one. I don't see it in here to update it though.
Yeah, we need to update the GitHub.
I'll fix it in the Git issue. I was looking in the GitHub issue. I'll
Okay.
fix it.
Let's fix it in the Git issue because I was also very trying to help as much as possible before taking off. And I was like, Emily, you will find another publisher and another blog reviewer. I can't do it. Emily fixed it immediately. I think it was late for you, Emily, as well, on Thursday. No, Wednesday.
Yeah. So I fixed this in the evening, night.
Okay.
Yeah, I was really late, but I really appreciate it. You fixing it, Emily, because it was Wednesday and I wasn't able to work on it for the rest of the week. And it was really nice and on time. And I know it was late for you. Go ahead, Debbie, this is back. We're back to you.
So I was just wondering if these 4 things in the checklist are still pending, like we still need to do these, or have they been completed and not marked off? How are we doing with these?
So I'm guessing this is Ryan. I'm guessing these need to be done by me since it's about the website. My question is, when should it be done? Because this is something we update right the day that the blog goes out or that it actually is released. Because if we do these changes and it doesn't go out formally or we do it late, it's got to be synchronized. Let's put it this way. So if I know what day and time this is going to be announced, I will make these changes.
And Emily created tickets for everything because everything needs a ticket so that you can track it and make sure that if there are issues, we know. We're working on the
But I
blog.
just need to know the date because I can't, and to have 5-6 different tickets for one thing that needs to be done or for multiple tasks that need to be done for one release is a bit of a pain. So yeah, as soon as you guys let me know what day this is going to go out, I'll have them all properly, all ready to go. And then I will do it in the morning or at a specific time you guys tell me this is going to go out. Does that make sense, Emily, everyone? To keep me in the loop?
Yeah.
Do we have that date now or no?
We do not because we are working on the last piece that is the blog. And I think Edwin just submitted his review as well. I haven't checked the review. Emily, what do you think? If we work this week on that, we're just finishing the blog.
Yeah, it's pretty much done actually. I resolved most of and only one remaining things that I replied your comment is only one remaining your comment. So let's go and have a look, and if we are happy, we can sign off this blog. If you click on the Debbie, click on the MP drive. I think it's very, very a little thing. And then it's kind of we can say it's kind of the when we want to push it out.
Okay,
so it's just one remaining. Sorry, Amelia. So just have. So it's basically the one thing is this design needs to be done. Presumably, the Ryan is going to get this done.
Sorry, what is this?
And
blog.
So basically the logo and etc.
The blog header. We always have, for the release is the same template, but it just says 4.1. But not this one. This one is Christmas.
Yeah.
Nicely created by Tetiana's team.
we just do for blogs, we do a background image, but we don't do like a.
Well,
one.
this one was used for social media as well.
Oh, for social media. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan, you know
So,
what we
I mean, just to make a checklist, we need, of course, the new release 4.1 image that goes on the card, the header, text,
Yeah.
social media, and an image for the blog. Correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Correct.
And then Debbie, can you go down a little bit? Just one thing I think is I have done all the kind of the comments. So only one thing is that Amelia, you ask for the like a patent, like a implementation patent. But in this blog, we focus on what it means to comply with MicroProfile 4.1. So basically, we passed all the MicroProfile TCKs. So I would rather put a implementation license.
Emily, you're cutting out. It's hard to hear you.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, sorry. So basically, it's a kind of I reworded a bit about compatible implementation requirement. So instead of I don't really want to list the patent like the area, because that's better to be in the working group section. So this is a particularly list what does it mean to compatible with MicroProfile 4.1. I think I have addressed all of the questions, and for both Amelia and Edwin. So
Okay.
I think
Is there-
if we can give a couple of days for others to review, and let's aim for like Thursday. And if there no other suggestions, etc., we can push it out. How does that sound?
I was going to say Thursday sounds really good.
This Thursday?
Yes. What
Yeah.
do you think? Because you're really good, Ryan, at telling us when something will get traction or
No,
not.
Thursdays are fine. Okay, maybe Emily, let's just touch base on Wednesday, and I can show you what I have for everything, and then we can just get the go ahead, and then we pick a time, and I can push it all out on Thursday.
My recommendation
sounds
is,
good.
this is good, but my recommendation is we have tickets for all the tasks, and I will really prefer not to use the private time to work on this, because we want to enable others to be able to do this and know how to do it. There are gift tickets that Emily created.
I'll fill in the gift tickets, but communication's needed for the person that's running it.
Correct.
And need to line up the timing correctly. So I need to talk to her directly. I'll fill in the tickets so that people see what's being done. But to make sure it all lines up correctly, I need to talk with her directly.
And this makes me think of something that I think we have so many issues. Like, why wouldn't we just have one issue for the 4.0 or 4.1 release, and then have all the items in that same issue, so we can track it?
We can simplify it. Ryan, what do you think? Can we simplify it?
Yeah. One, I mean, just release process or release whatever you need to get done in the one ticket with the, because it's always going to be the same stuff that needs to be done. So yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, so if someone would help me figure out what those tasks are, like I will look at them and make a first pass at what those tasks are, and then we can
Debbie, check the document I created last week, and the one that says we need eyes and review, and in there, just go in there, and if we can simplify that document, that is a part of the review. If we can simplify it so that it's easier and more consumable, so not only Ryan or Tatiana can do it, but someone else with with design like expertise can help, that would be great. But we still need to use gift tickets. That is exactly the work we need to do on the documentation.
Okay. Yeah, like my feeling just even doing this onboarding for this call is that there are so many documents everywhere that it's impossible to even know where to look.
everywhere. So this is why we need to simplify that document with a PR and move on. One document.
Okay. All right, so I'll take a look at that and also kind of make a first pass on maybe simplifying to make a single task every time we need to have, or a single issue every time we need to do release to make it easier. And then this next one is update. Is this the same thing? Update marketing and release documentation.
Yeah, that's the same one, but it was from before.
So we have two issues that are for the
One
same.
issue, but Emily started writing stuff, and then it was using 2017 and 18, which you were part of. And then I went in and we created a new document, copy paste. We didn't even have access to the document anymore. It was not in the drive, so it was a mess. So simplification. We are doing exactly what we need to do. Simplified, everything was everywhere. It's wrong.
So can we get rid of this one?
Yeah, that one can be closed, needs to be closed. It was created 13 days ago with all documentation, and no wonder Emily and Edwin were lost. I went in and it just, no, doesn't work.
I was gonna do it now, but I can't remember where it is. I think I've closed one in my life.
It's there and it's bothersome. Let's you know how it goes. Terminate.
I'm just gonna put a note here so I come back to it. Okay. And then
Probably, Debbie, you don't have the authority to close it. Maybe Amelia, yeah,
Okay.
this can be closed by us.
If you cannot close something, pull me in, pull anyone that is a committer. Usually can close it. Ryan can help close as well. Emily, myself, just add us in the comments and we will close it. Don't even, you need, some of the stuff is you didn't create the ticket, you will not be able to close it. It's just give infra.
all right, so I'll put a comment there. Also for the 4.1 release is the tweet. It looks like it was already published.
It's not, it needs the blog. No, it needs the blog. So it's pending until it will be published on Thursday. It just, everything that is happening is only, the only thing pending is the blog. I think Ryan can do all the designs, you know, as soon as possible, but.
No, but we'll put out the, when the blog goes out on Thursday, we'll put out the tweet on Thursday also, she's saying.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have a ticket for updating the committer list? Or should we?
No, Ed, but what do you mean?
She was trying to close an issue and she couldn't. I'm just wondering, do we have the right list of people that are committers to the marketing repository?
We cannot, because it goes under the infra for committers and not outside, like we're not using the working group repository, we're using the regular marketing that is under the Eclipse Foundation. We cannot add committers. But what we can do, we
could create a web ticket for them to add and remove people, or presumably, right? I'm just asking, do we want to?
Yes, what we can do is, remember that we fought really hard for 8 months to add contributors to the repos, and they can create tickets, not only create, but actually assign themselves to tickets that they have not been created. That was done and completed at the end of 2019. And we need to apply it. So maybe, Ed, that is something that you and I, without rush, can start doing, and including Neha and Debbie and Majid as a contributors. So they have full access, not to write code, but actually to do all the things that we currently do in the marketing repo. But I cannot do it alone, and that needs to have different views. And we just haven't done it.
I'm just not sure who to put it in. I mean, I'm happy to help with that.
Yeah, create ticket, add me to it. You and I will do it, and we will unblock it. It was 8 months fight on that, and it's done. We just got into, we just got into the working group, and we never applied it. So now is the time, and we have the access. 8 months of fight, and now every repo can have this. Let's do it. You and I will fix it. Everyone, let us fix it, but it will take a little bit of time. We need to test it first.
I think I need to clarify what the issue is. Basically, the issue is make it possible. I don't think you can make it possible to close the gate issue. The gate issue can only be closed by committers, so that's very clear. I think what Amelia said is kind of Eclipse Foundation allowed to sign issues to people, and to people are not committers. So that's the thing. For becoming committers, so that's kind of the basically uses a formal process is to propose people to be
Correct.
committers.
Correct.
So that's
Mhm.
yeah.
You nailed it, Emily. And what I'm going to do as soon as Emily creates the ticket and assign
So
it.
I think Tetiana is not a closed gating issue. So the minutes is not closed gate issues. Is that Tetiana did it or Debbie? So need to be assigned issues.
Okay.
Mhm.
This is not me, so I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let Ed and I document. We even have a blog that I wrote with Chris that we never got published because we didn't test it then. So I will go and bring back what we had in documentation so everyone can see, and then you can understand a little bit clear how we will make sure that each one of you who are active gain access so that you can assign tickets to anyone you want, because currently you cannot, and do all these other things that are amazing, like a committer, but without it really safe with the API, like with the code and things. There are some restrictions, but everything we do currently in the marketing repo, you will be able to do once Ed and I get done. But let's not consume more time. Debbie, you can quiet us down. We will do that outside on the ticket.
We'll send around here's what we're going to do before we do it, all right?
Okay. Okay, I also saw this one sometime last week. Someone requesting, Grace Jansen is requesting to become a new contributor. And it doesn't look like anyone has responded. So we need to take the next steps.
Debbie, you know what the next steps are?
Vaguely. There is another piece of documentation about this because I remember working on that as well. But
yeah,
I don't have any idea where it is.
Well, basically, as far as I see, we do not have any anyone like for the September who is going to work on the microprofile calls. So maybe we can offer Grace to join this initiative.
No, but I think what she's talking about is WordPress. She's saying WP. That is, she wants to be
WordPress.
content.
Yeah.
She wants to,
Just assign that to me. I'll take care of it.
Yeah, when you see WP,
Fine, by the way.
Yeah, for some reason I read WP as MP as microprofile. I have no idea. It's already too late.
Me
here.
too, actually. I didn't realize it was.
No, so
I had the exact
totally
same thing.
Yeah, it's totally funny. Seriously, she's talking about WordPress and she wants to add a blog or cross-post it. So we just need to send her the access, and everyone here, even Neha, Emily, Ryan, can send her the access. But remember, it's contributor access always. And Debbie, I think it would be great for you to actually own it, because you just need to log in with your admin access to WordPress. That is and then use her email, send her the contributor access, and then follow the ticket with, you can say your access has been sent. Done.
Okay.
And if you cannot, then assign it to Ryan, and Ryan will compile it. He already said he will help you.
I vaguely remember how to do that.
Yeah, it's just part of the responsibilities, and everyone can help you. If you're not available, you're like, guys, you know, Cesar has said he wants to also help, but he also has access because he's a contributor. So you're not alone.
Great. I'm going to skip over that. So we have about 9 minutes. This section down here in the budget is to be done, and I just wasn't sure if we could
close. It's close. Yeah, it's close. This, when I say done, it needs to be closed, all of it. We don't need it here anymore. It's everything
so
that
And rather than put a message that says done, could you just copy and paste it down to the completed task section? Yeah, just save everyone time and be less confusing, I think.
Oh, the thing is that I cannot, because this is too much wording here. It needs to be deleted. And if there are tickets related to the task that are always in there, those are the tickets that get we need to confirm that the tickets are closed and done. Because in the completed tasks, we don't write words, only the tickets.
So we can close the tickets related to this one because I was also not present in the last meeting. So I wanted to check. If you click on any one of the links, Debbie.
Well, these are not
tickets,
these are,
right?
yeah.
Okay,
These
so if there are no tickets, we may be able to remove this from here. Is it? Yep. Okay.
Yeah, this is from a month ago.
That's what I was thinking. Like this is done so far.
I feel like if you know that it's done, wouldn't it be easier to delete it or take the next step with it?
I can delete it when it's not my month, but also Neha has done a fantastic job on this. It's only that she wasn't in the call to clean it. And I would just took over 1 hour before, and it was just like there for coverage. Nothing.
I cleaned some of the tasks from, I was working on this document yesterday. I was cleaning up few things. This one, I was like, I wanted to double check if we have to delete it because it was done already.
Okay, it's fine.
So David, you need to be, like, you see, we're very careful with when you're handling the agendas. We don't just delete. We're very careful because you need to own it. So then we just write things and you can tell us, hey, you guys, I'm okay for you to delete this, move it. If it's my ticket, I just move it, delete and done. But this was not, so very careful.
Okay. Okay, so we have about 6 minutes and there are a bunch of things in the ballpark tasks. Are there any?
Never talk about ballparks.
Yep.
I just wanted to ask about the next point about the logos that we were talking already for some quite time, and I was not present at the last call, so I'm not sure what is the current state here. Are we going to start voting already, or what is the next step with these compatibility logos?
Okay, so I will go in here. Ryan, you're here. Emerson and you were working on the latest version.
Well, I updated this PDF last week with his, I would say closer to a standard. If his logo is chosen, we'll still need to make some adjustments afterwards. But the latest PDF for voting is there. Now we just need to, I guess, send it to the community. I don't know what the process is that we want to do this time, but we need to, well, make a voting form and put each picture or each PDF. I'm not sure how the best way that people want to do it.
I think we decided that we will use SurveyMonkey or something easy to track.
The only thing with this is that normally it's one picture for SurveyMonkey, and of course we have multiple pages for each logo. So
let's find something else then.
So I mean, we can simplify it and just put the 2-color logo there and that's it. And then, because I mean, they all will work on a website to an extent. So if everyone feels right here on the pictures on the left, we'll just post these next to each other, the white one and the blue one. And each version will just have those, not with how it looks on a website. That way it's easier to vote. Does that make sense?
Yeah, maybe just in the tweet where this will be distributed, we can add the link to PDF for those who want to get like more detailed view. Yeah, like getting details, and just for easy voting, just
we post it exactly like this, how we see it now, the logos and the picture, but it's gonna be quite small when people are voting, and to see the logo actually.
Yeah, I think that a bigger logo will be more appropriate for voting and more convenient here. Just adding PDF link for those who want to see in more details, that would be okay, I think.
And who's going to create the survey monkey for the voting?
We have to do that, but my recommendation last week when we did not have the working group trademark in project marketing call, is because there are 2 different topics happening currently in the community forum. And the idea is that we cannot go into this just yet, because we need to decide if we just have one logo that is compatible or multiple logos. And currently the conversation is in the community folder, community forum. And if you haven't seen it, I can add it into, I imagine that we will need to do a trademark call so that everyone can be updated. But in the meantime, I will make sure to forward once again that information that I sent 2 weeks ago to the working group and to the marketing forums, saying, please contribute to this. We cannot ask the community to vote on things when we haven't decided who and how we're going to be compatible. Is it only the platform, or is it each API? So we're waiting because maybe we need a different logos. Maybe we need one logo. Currently, the feeling is that we need to simplify and we need just one logo. If that holds, then we don't need to do it extra work.
Do we plan right now to have several logos, not one?
No, that is a conversation that is happening right now, and we need to use
About multiple logos?
We're talking the thread. I will forward the threads because clearly it got there. I forwarded to marketing and the working group. But if you are confused, you haven't read it. I'm going to forward it again. Please read it, participate on it, and then that's it. It's just fun, but we are figuring out things. And that means everyone is providing their written opinions on the forum. So
well, I mean, I think I read this one, but isn't it talking about just who can use the logo and who can't? It's not talking about multiple versions of the logo.
Yeah.
2 threads. That is one who can use the logo. And we're talking in the majority of us feel that members who are not Eclipse Foundation members can use the logo, right? If they become compatible. And that is one thread. Then there is the other thread that says about logos. How many logos do we need? And the level that, is it only the platform or is it in the API level? And the feeling currently is that we just need one logo for the platform. And then we could add, like, under that logo, the APIs on the side without changing the logo. It's just like a big thing, right? Because
should we just go with one main logo or compatibility logo that will be used like for the platform or for everyone, if that will be decided in that threads? But later, if we decide to have like extra compatibility by API or extra compatibility by something else, then we can work on some extra logos with some extra stuff noted within this logo. But this one will be like general, the main one, the starting point, and we can just like start with voting and get the results and get this logo, because this will help to complete the process with compatibility stuff, legal stuff as well, faster.
You will think that, but it's not the case. It's not the case because this is linked directly to the trademark guidelines. And once that is completed and we have invested in legal, then any changes will still pull us back into legal. So we want something that holds for a while, not only this year, for a while. And this is why the conversation is happening and the vote is being held until the conversation is completed. So it's really looking forward to tomorrow's community call to bring once again those that have not participated in those 2 threads to do so, because we want every member and every participant and anyone that cares about MicroProfile to voice what would they like to see, and then we move forward. So I think we will get it figured out this month, and hopefully we will have something like the logo by the end of this month, but it's not going to be rushed because it will take us money if we do it wrong. Rushing.
Right. I think what Tetiana said, it makes sense. I understand, the decision hasn't been made. However, so it's there, like we must design a compatible, like a platform release logo. So that logo we are designing for is cover that task. Whether or not we are going to design some separate logos is up to be discussed, but my kind of gut feeling is basically I commented on thread. Basically, we go with the platform release logo first, get that done, and then we can, if there's more requests, etc., for the individual logos, we can design that. I think it's at least we can move forward and kind of go step by step and do some planning. And also is tomorrow we are having a call anyway, and
And we
at
are.
least we can put forward our recommendation.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
also
from there.
voting for the main initial logo, we will find out what logo people prefer, like for the main compatibility logo. And later we can use similar design and already design like some extra compatibility logos if we decide to go with API or whatever. And this can be done already without voting, but just like using similar type design, like to have everything in one mood, in one nature, something like that.
Yeah, I like simplification as well. So tomorrow's call is going to be super interesting. And I do recommend, Debbie, we're out of time, we're 3 minutes over, but I will say we need to have depending on what happens tomorrow, I believe that hopefully it goes that, yeah, we can go simplify with just platform and then move on. And then that means that we need to have the special marketing working group call on Monday so that we can set all the details for the voting and then move forward. That would be ideal, but let's wait until tomorrow. And Debbie, can you join tomorrow's community call, or will you like Neha to update on whatever you think is important from this call today? Because one topic needs to be chosen.
Neha can, or Rudy from Payera will be on that call, and I can give him an update too.
Yeah, but it needs to be super short. You need to update the agenda. It needs to be all the tickets that are closed need to be in there. And then maybe one topic because it's update call, no problem, just update call. And you can talk with Neha about it, like, because it's part of the onboarding.
For today's call, I already updated the closed tickets at the bottom. If you see, all the closed tickets which were updated in last 14 days, I updated it already.
Okay.
I don't know where they went, but I'll find them.
It should be like at the end of every agenda, before the next one.
Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, so it is 4 after, but we did start a couple minutes late, so I think we're still pretty much on time. I will follow up with a link to the agenda minutes to the mailing group.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
So
Thanks,
much.
everyone.
Debbie,
Okay.
Emily, amazing.
Thank you,
Bye.
everyone.
Okay, great. Cheers. Bye.
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 Bye.